Dark, foggy street with faint police lights. A blurred image of Harmony slowly fades in. A 5-year-old girl vanished without a trace. For more than 2 years, no one even reported her missing. Quick cut to dramatic sound effect, heartbeat, and rising tension. By the time anyone asked questions, it was already far too late. Cut to missing poster of Harmony with text, missing since 2019 in bold red letters. This is the heartbreaking story of Harmony Montgomery, a child lost to a broken system, and the horrifying truth about what really happened to her. Quick montage of flashing police lights, court documents, crying mother, and Adam Montgomery's shadowy silhouette. Stay with us, because the twists in this case will shock you to your core. What happened to Harmony Montgomery is every parent's nightmare and every system's failure. A little girl, just 5 years old, vanished without a trace. For over 2 years, no one reported her missing. By the time authorities began to ask questions, it was far too late. Cut to blurred photo of Harmony smiling, with text, missing since 2019. This is the haunting story of Harmony Montgomery, the little girl who slipped through the cracks of a broken system, and the chilling chain of events that led to her tragic end. Harmony Montgomery was born on June 7, 2014, in Massachusetts. From the very start, her life was full of challenges. Her mother, Crystal Sorey, struggled with substance abuse. Her father, Adam Montgomery, wasn't even there, he was in prison. At birth, Harmony was misdiagnosed with a fatal brain disorder, and doctors told Crystal she wouldn't live past a year. State child protection workers, known as DCF, quickly stepped in, citing Crystal's drug use. 2 months later, DCF took legal action and removed Harmony, placing her in foster care. For the next year, Harmony thrived with her foster family, the Rafteries. They adored her and believed she might one day become their daughter. But then everything changed. Adam was released from prison in September 2015, moved to New Hampshire, and began showing interest in Harmony's life. Around the same time, Crystal started to stabilize, working hard to get her daughter back. DCF now faced a painful dilemma. Should Harmony stay in the safety of foster care or be returned to one of her biological parents? For years, Harmony's life was a roller coaster of removals and reunifications. She was bounced back and forth between foster care and Crystal's custody. Each time she was uprooted, the trauma grew deeper. By January 2018, Crystal relapsed and Harmony, now 3.5, was again removed and placed back with the Rafteries. Her behavior began to change. She struggled, emotionally lashed out, and needed specialized care. The Rafteries were heartbroken, but they knew they couldn't meet her growing needs. In June 2018, DCF began considering long-term options again. Adam, who had been mostly absent, suddenly reappeared, requesting supervised visits. He saw Harmony once or twice a month for 5 months. Then Adam took a bold step. He petitioned the court for full custody of Harmony. By December 2018, Massachusetts DCF reached out to their New Hampshire counterparts to investigate Adam's home. This crucial report, called an ICPC, was supposed to determine if Adam was fit to care for Harmony. But time was running out. Crystal, meanwhile, was struggling with another child and facing her own legal battles. When a court date for Harmony's custody came up in February 2019, Crystal chose to attend a separate hearing for her younger son instead, leaving Harmony's case vulnerable. At Harmony's hearing, 4 lawyers were present, 1 for DCF, 1 for Crystal, 1 for Adam, and 1 for Harmony herself. Adam's lawyer painted a picture of a devoted father who deserved a second chance. Adam himself testified, presenting himself as a reformed man with a stable home. His new wife, Kayla, sat in the courtroom with their 2 young sons, adding to the illusion of a perfect family. To everyone's shock, Crystal's attorney supported Adam's custody bid, claiming Crystal herself agreed. Even Harmony's attorney sided with Adam, arguing that Harmony wanted to live with her father, even though she'd spent only 40 total hours with him in her entire life. The lone voice of opposition came from DCF's lawyer, who warned the judge about Adam's extensive criminal record and lack of parenting history. They begged the court to delay the decision until the ICPC report was completed. But the judge didn't wait. Ignoring warnings, and with 3 attorneys seemingly in agreement, the judge made a sweeping, irreversible decision. Harmony Montgomery would live with Adam Montgomery. The judge not only awarded Adam full custody, but also closed Harmony's DCF case entirely, erasing the safeguards meant to protect her. Even the required ICPC investigation was waived. It was a catastrophic ruling, a ruling that would later be condemned by officials and even the governor of New Hampshire. But for Harmony, the damage was already done. Behind the courtroom facade, Adam Montgomery was hiding dark secrets. He had a violent past, a dangerous temper, and a volatile home environment. In the weeks after gaining custody, warning signs began to surface. Neighbors heard shouting. Family members noticed bruises. Crystal desperately tried to reach Harmony, but Adam cut off contact, claiming Crystal was unstable. Then, in late 2019, Harmony vanished. Adam offered vague excuses, saying she was living with Crystal or with relatives, but no one actually saw her. Months turned into years. Shockingly, no one reported Harmony missing. Not Adam, not Kayla, not DCF, because the case had been closed. Even school officials didn't sound the alarm because Harmony had never been enrolled in school in New Hampshire. It wasn't until November 2021, more than 2 years later, that Crystal, frantic and heartbroken, contacted police demanding answers. When investigators began digging, they uncovered a nightmare of abuse and deception. Witnesses reported seeing Adam hit Harmony in the face. Others described horrific punishments, neglect, and chilling behavior from both Adam and Kayla. By the time authorities pieced together the truth, Harmony was gone. Her small body has never been found. In 2023, Adam Montgomery was charged with second-degree murder, accused of killing Harmony sometime in December 2019. Prosecutors revealed he allegedly struck Harmony repeatedly in the head, then hit her body to cover up the crime. Kayla, his wife, later admitted in court that she helped cover up the abuse, finally breaking her silence in exchange for a plea deal. Harmony's case has since sparked outrage and reform efforts across Massachusetts and New Hampshire. Investigations revealed a web of systemic failures, from overworked caseworkers to poor communication between states. Officials admitted that countless red flags were ignored. Governor Chris Sununu personally demanded an investigation, calling it one of the most shocking failures he had ever seen. Today, Crystal Sorey continues to fight for justice for her daughter. She keeps Harmony's memory alive through vigils, social media campaigns, and tireless advocacy. But the haunting questions remain. How could a 5-year-old girl disappear for years without anyone noticing? And how many other children are still at risk, hidden behind the walls of broken systems? Harmony's smiling face fades into black screen with text. If you have any information about Harmony Montgomery, please contact authorities.